Three Arrows Capital co-founder Su Zhu ended up in jail in Singapore after liquidators decided to apply maximum pressure following months of sparring over locating the failed crypto hedge fund's assets. Days after securing a Singapore court order carrying a 4-month prison term for failing to cooperate with the task of winding up the fund, liquidators tipped police office September 29th that Zhu was headed to Changi Airport. People familiar with the matter said, asking not to be identified, discussing private information. The liquidators had been monitoring Zhu in Singapore, where he's known to host gatherings for crypto executives at his luxury mansion in the upscale Yarwood neighborhood. One of the neighbors, people said, they then tracked a car traveling to the airport from the mansion, the person said. Police were alerted that Zhu could be in the car and detained him when he emerged at the terminal, the people said. Singapore authorities on October 5 confirmed the arrest of an unnamed 36-year-old man at 2:50 p.m. on September 29th at the airport. When asked whether Zhu had been detained, the directive that landed Su in jail is a committal order. The liquidator, Tenio, said on September 29th it had obtained such orders for Zhu and Three Arrows, other founder Kyle Davis. The orders are civil matters, and neither man has faced any criminal charges in Singapore. As a result, police weren't actively looking for Zhu, and then only acted when tipped off by the liquidators. Three Arrows imploded in 2022 as leverage bets blew up, stoking a $2 trillion digital asset rout that contributed to a spate of other collapses in the sector. Liquidators have accused Zhu and Davies of failing to cooperate meaningfully with their probe and are seeking to recover $1.3 billion from the two. Zhu and Davies are among the one-time darlings of crypto's pandemic-era bull run, whose reputations subsequently suffered as boom turned to bust, exposing risky practices. Chief among the fallen logos is Sam Bankman-Fried, who is on trial in the U.S. for allegedly overseeing a multi-billion-dollar fraud at the now defunct FTX exchange. Bankman-Fried has denied the charges against them after the rain had so much, and Zhu and his legal representative didn't respond to request for comment. Tenio declined to comment. Singapore's police force said it had nothing further to say beyond its October 5 and Safety C October 14, and a committal order puts a person on a no-fly list. So Zhu would have likely been detained by immigration had he reached the checkpoint, the people said. Liquidators are in touch with authorities around the world in their effort to locate Davies and are putting the word out in the crypto community that they are determined to find him. One of the people said Davis didn't respond to a request for comment. Four liquidators will seek permission from authorities to visit Zhu in Changi prison to get the information they need about Three Arrows' assets and may take further steps to enforce compliance if he refuses to meet, people said. Typical conditions in Changi prison include 4 inmates to a cell sleeping on straw mats on the floor rather than on beds. In contrast, Zhu's mansion in Yarwood is a 2-story, 6-bedroom home he and his wife purchased in 2021 for $648.8 million to $36 million under a trust, public records show. And Zhu has previously said that his and Davis's good faith efforts to cooperate with liquidators was met with baiting. An email correspondence submitted to a New York bankruptcy court, the liquidators' counsel to Davies and Zhu have said that court orders the liquidators have obtained are baseless. Singapore's central bank in mid-September imposed 9-year prohibition orders on both men for transgressions at Three Arrows, faulting the fund for risk management failings and providing false information. Dubai authorities in April reprimanded Zhu and Davies, along with others, for operating and promoting the OPNX crypto exchange without the required local license.
Zhu has previously said that in days contributed initial ideas for OP&X, but aren't involved in daily management.
Three Arrows is viewed as among the largest and most successful crypto hedge funds before it collapsed. It shifted registration to the British Virgin Islands after having previously operated out of Singapore. British Virgin Islands Court appointed Teneo in June last year to liquidate the fund's assets. Steps to strengthen standards in crypto will spur a greater emphasis on governance and risk management, resulting in a more robust and trustworthy ecosystem in the long run, citing Angela Ang, a senior policy advisor at blockchain intelligence firm TRM Labs.